Hey guys, welcome to WhiskyWise with me, Jason, bringing you whiskey review number 21, where we're going to review the Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban. So the Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban is part of the core range, which include the Nectar d'Or and also the La Santa and the original. Now, if you haven't seen this box before, it is part of the Explorer set, and you can see over there I get a La Santa original and the Quinta Ruban altogether for around about £55. I've got that written on my blog, so if you go there, check it out, you'll be able to get a direct link to the website I picked it up from. So I poured myself a dram, and then my camera decided to cut out with its battery, so I've still got the dram in the glass, and it's quite a healthy dram at that too. So let's get started to my review. So the review for this one, in terms of the Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban, it is an age-wise, it is a 12-year-old whiskey. It's bottled at 46% ABV, much more stronger than the La Santa and the original, and it is non-chill filtered. Now, in terms of the cask selection they do use in this one, effectively they take the original, which is American White Oak ex-bourbon, which is 10 years old, and then they finish it off for the remaining 2 years in ruby port pipes, which gives it that 12-year-old age statement. Now, the distillery is the Glenmorangie Distillery, and they are owned by the parent company Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, and they are based in the Highlands in Scotland, which I'll show you just over here. I'll insert the map over there. So the actual price for this whiskey ranges. Now, it depends on where you look. I've seen some places online around about £46, and it goes all the way up to around about £57 for the 70cl. So depending on where you go, that's the price range, and you can convert into dollars and whichever other currency, euros, you prefer. Now, in terms of exclusivity of this whiskey, it's not exclusive. You can get it almost everywhere, as it's been out for a while, and it is part of the core range. It's not like the limited editions like the Palate, which is coming out soon, which I went to the launch of. So it's not like that. This one you'll get everywhere, and it'll be available in large numbers. Now, in terms of caramel colouring, there is no colouring in any of these whiskies. Any of those ones over here, they're all natural colour. So you can see over here, this one does get that slight different color from the La Santa and from the original. It's got a slight pinkish to it, but I was thinking initially towards maybe even a copper. When I was looking at it from the top, I was thinking a slight, like a dark salmon pink that had gone into more of a coppery color. So it's got quite an interesting color to this whiskey. So let's go on to the review now itself. So let's go on to the nose. Now, straight away off the nose, I'm getting that nice, rich port influence. I'm also picking up very heavy, rich, succulent raisins. It's like when you open a box of raisins that you just got from the supermarket, and you get that nice whiff of the sweet air, and also sweet, fruity notes. Now, I'm also going to have a second nose because there is something also underlying in this whiskey. So straight underneath there, I'm picking out what seems to be like a mixture of sweet oranges and lime, and it's not the outsides, it's not the sort of bit, it's in the inside, it's more like the segments themselves being taken off, no skin, just a very rich, juicy notes playing over there. And I'm also getting a slight bit of oakiness on this whiskey, a little bit of woodiness. So it's got quite a beautiful nose on this whiskey. So let's get into the palate next. Wow, straight off the first sip, this one is full of fruity, juicy notes. I'm getting straight away a little bit of raspberries and blood oranges. Very, very rich and juicy, not bitter, a little bit of sweetness going there, but predominantly chewy in texture. And the texture actually builds, it develops ever so slightly. That's something I haven't found with the other two so far. It grows in texture, it goes towards a medium heavy texture. Very chewy, this whiskey. I'm going to have a second sip. There is a little bit of spice there. We're going to nail that spice in just a second. Wow, the richness and the fruitiness is so beautiful. I'm getting more towards a nutmeg spice. And then the really rich honey comes in the back there. Very rich, thick Mayuka honey. And also a slight barley note. And I'm getting a call, but that can wait. So, very rich character on this whiskey on the palate. Very juicy fruits, thick honey, and also a little bit of a barley note right at the end, but it still has a spice, but the honey note just goes over the top. So it's really, really nice stuff. Next, we're going to go on to the finish. So on this finish of this whiskey, it's very long, rich, fruity raisin finish on this one. I'm getting a lot of raisin in this whiskey. At the same time, I'm getting, it tastes like, without anything added to it, rolled oats. Because normally I have my rolled oats in the morning with milk, but this is just like rolled oats on the palate. And a slight bitter, or sweet spice, so to speak. With a slight citrus peel there in the back. So it's interesting how it developed from the inside juices off an orange, and now it's got a slight bitterness right at the end. But still yet so juicy, and really wanting you to dive in more into the glass. So I'm going to have a last bit of the sip, and then I'm going to come to my conclusion. Still, it's so rich and so fruity. It's so, wow. So I'm going to give the whiskey a review, and in terms of giving it a rating, I'm going to reach over here. I was going to give it the 89. I'm going to bump it up one. I just really like the rich, fruity raisin character to this whiskey. I've tried many port cask finishes, and I feel this one, for a 12-year-old, it's so far up there. It's good value for money, around about £50 for the 70 CL. And the profile, you're getting a lot of complexity, and it just offers so much. So I'm going to give this one a 90 out of 100. The Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban, 90 out of 100. Beautiful whiskey. If you haven't tried it, or if you're into your port cask finishes, definitely give this one a go. I think it's definitely great value for money. It's such a juicy, great whiskey to have. So I'm definitely going to be buying a full bottle of this one. You'll probably see it on my tweets. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, because that's where I do post a lot of stuff, and also on Instagram, which I'll leave in the links down below. But if you have missed any of the other video reviews, check them out here and there. And also click the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed for more whiskey reviews. Also, drop it a like if you have enjoyed the video, and let me know what you think about the Glenmorangie Quinta Ruban down below. But this has been Jason from WhiskyWise, and I'll catch you all for our next review. Cheers.